Welcome to the Kurt Saxon Show, your countdown to the future. First, I want you to take down my phone number in case you want to call. The number is 501-437-2963. In case you didn't get it, here it is again. 501-437-2963. Sorry, but we can't accept collect calls. Tonight's topic is self-employment for anyone. This is from Survivor 2, written somewhere in 1977. There's something about working steadily for someone else that dulls the human mind. Security is the main reason people give for fixed employment, but the unrealized drawback is dependence. With fixed employment, you have a measure of security only if the business is growing. You may even advance, getting higher wages. But when the business levels off, so does your pay. And as the pay scale becomes fixed, so does the routine. So you are at a dead end and become just part of the machinery. A worker can go for years doing the same thing and getting the same pay, except for cost of living raises, which seldom make up for inflation's gain in the same period. Spendable income remains about the same. When a business hits its peak and is serving as big a part of its market as it can reach, it usually starts going downhill. This is because the market has been saturated. There is no more room for development, no new money coming in. Then even cost of living raises are hard to come by. Then come the strikes. Raises are given, prices of the product are raised, fewer people can buy and less money comes in. As inflation eats into your strike one raise, you must strike again, get the prices raised, lose even more customers, and on and on. That's the way it's getting to be all over the country. So if you work for others and think you have security, you may be insane. You'd better check that out. The main drawback of a fixed income is your dependence on things staying as they are. Rising inflation and increasing bankruptcies are threats to just about every wage earner's livelihood. My early career was wasted in wage slaving. I was uneducated, unskilled, unbalanced, and a drifter from job to job. I could never keep a job long, but the worst times were when I had a job I could do and stuck at it for up to a year. This was a waste of time as my savings never equaled the price of anything worthwhile. When I was going to college, I worked part-time at a hospital doing kitchen duties for $27 per week take-home. This was in 1960, and my rent was only $6 per week for a room with a sink and a hot plate. I spent maybe $3 per week for food, so I didn't need much. Just the same, the hours were from 4 to 8 p.m., and I didn't like the work or the money. But a full-time job would have kept me out of college. I was bitching to a wino named Charles who lived in the same rooming house. He was a house painter and suggested I get in the trade. I'd never painted, but had seen him at it and figured if he could do it, anyone could. I'd watched him on a ladder once, hanging on with an elbow, with a fifth of Thunderbird in one hand and a brush in the other. He fell often, but worked when he wanted to. He wrote an ad for me, painter, fast, reliable, good references, $2 per hour, and the rooming house phone number and who to ask for. It cost me about $3 to run it a week in the work wanted section of the local paper under painting. Then I quit my job and sat back. I had to because I'd have been at work when anybody called. It's dumb to quit one job before getting another, so if you work, put in the ad the time you will be home to accept calls. That lying ad took effect the first afternoon it ran. I got a call from an old lady with a tiny kitchen. I told her over the phone that for $2 per hour I'd supply the labor and the tools, but she'd have to buy the paint. She had the paint ready, and I stopped by the dime store and bought a paint roller, pan, 3 different sized hand brushes, and a plastic drop cloth. I took this on the local bus and started my first paint job. The old lady showed me into her dark red kitchen and pointed to the bright yellow paint and went into her front room to watch TV. I poured too much paint in the pan and just dipped in the roller, as the pan was too full to allow rolling the roller on the pan's ramp. This doesn't work, and it was several tries before I got the idea of pouring some paint back into the can and rolling off the excess paint on the pan's ramp before rolling it on the ceiling. You can't imagine the mess at the beginning. I had paint on me and had a totally yellow arm and a soaked torso through my shirt. If that sweet old soul hadn't been in the front room watching TV, she'd have fired me the first 5 minutes. I'm pretty smart, so I got the hang of it in the first half hour. I did that little kitchen in 4.5 hours and got $9 and even compliments. A few days later, this pervert called me and asked me if I'd paint bare-chested. I was pretty naive and didn't understand and told him that I wouldn't consider painting bare-chested as I got enough paint on my chest as it was without painting shirtless. That first week I painted 2 kitchens, a garage, and a bedroom. After a while I seldom had to put in an ad. I got a lot of repeat business and working only when I wanted to, averaged $34 a week. That wasn't much even in those days, but it was more than I'd gotten at the hospital and in fewer hours and was sufficient for my needs. If I wanted something more, I'd just work another day or two. So even in this poor trade, my income wasn't fixed and I could choose my hours. I could have worked all the time if I'd wanted to. Just in case you might want to try this, here are a few tips. Get a book on decorating and study the painting section. Then go to a paint store and have a clerk tell you what you'll need. Your ideal start would be to paint as much of your own home as you can for practice. A couple of days painting your own quarters would get most of the bugs out of your technique. Charge about a third of what a union painter gets. Don't worry about union interference. People who hire bargain painters want bargains. They won't pay union rates and so don't really expect union skill. Union painters wouldn't be interested in such jobs anyway. $3 an hour for non-professional work is fine, especially since you don't have to declare it for taxes. It's all yours unless you want to pay taxes on it. Most of the guys I knew in the trade never declared their income because there was no way the feds could check. No matter what, do as good a job as you can and be extremely honest. I was never asked for a reference, but those who I would have used as references hired me for one job after another. These were mainly landlords who hired me to redo vacant apartments. After a time, I charged $2.50 per hour and could have gotten more had I become a contractor. Never work for a non-union contractor. You won't be fast enough to make a profit for him and he'll fire you. If you are fast enough, you might as well be a contractor yourself. Contracting is where you give an estimate and accept a set fee for the job. When people ask for an estimate, I would say I needed a license to be a contractor, so I just charged by the hour with no estimates. I didn't have the kind of mind where I could examine a job and tell how long it would take. Contracting is more profitable, and I'm not sure about the license, but when you make an estimate, you're stuck with it. If you estimate a job will take 8 hours and it drags out to 16, you'd be better off working by the hour. I worked this way off and on for years. I was temperamentally unsuited for steady work, but I could be charming and polite to anybody for a few days, which kept me a fine fellow through most of my bigger jobs. Most of my customers were very nice and liked my work, although I was never really fast. If I could do it, you can too. You'd be surprised how much work goes begging because unskilled people don't know they could do it, and skilled workers price themselves beyond the property owner's means. Work in painting, home repairs, etc. is all over the place, and you'll learn this if you'll only put in an ad. One place I was painting at, there was this young moron also doing painting on a picket fence. He didn't even scrape off the old roof paint. I noticed he had wet his pants and asked the lady how such a nebbish could get work from anybody. She said he only charged $1.50 an hour and did all sorts of little odd jobs. This was mainly for old people who simply couldn't handle any sort of labor and preferred a mental defective to no one at all. I met many other odd jobsmen. They started out just as people who could do something or were willing to try. They simply advertised that they could do a certain job and they had been busy ever since. It doesn't matter what you do. Painting, hauling, odd jobs, home repair, carpentry, electrical work, typing, babysitting. A few lines in your local paper will keep you busy. An old fellow who was going with my mom had been a painter. He told me he had worked my system all during the Depression and had always lived well. It isn't all roses. You'll get an occasional griping, abusive customer you can't please. Then there are those who will want you to be licensed, bonded, insured, and all that. If you do your best at, say, $3 an hour, they're getting a good deal. If they don't appreciate that and give you a hard time, to hell with them. They're stupid. But this type is rare. Most of your customers will be just good, poor people who need a bargain and have sense enough not to give a bargain like you a hard time. If you happen to be a professional and a union tradesman, this sort of work would be moonlighting. I knew professionals who cut their pay by a third to be independent. A union painter or electrician would contact apartment house owners and be on call all the time. No need to worry about licenses. If you're giving a landlord a bargain, he's not going to turn you into the union or the licensing place or the IRS or anybody. So if you are temperamentally unsuited for steady work or have been laid off or fired, put in an ad. Even if you're in fine shape and just need some extra income, put in an ad. If employed, you can tell a caller you'll be free on the weekend or at night. They don't care when you work if it's convenient for them. You try getting work this way, even if you have a job, and you'll be surprised how needed you really are. You'll never be worried about unemployment again, and the worse the economy gets, the more secure you'll be. Places have to be kept up, and if money is tight, union workers stay home. Another good point is that while you're working on such jobs, you're still free to follow up leads on better opportunities. You can also go to school or work on some home business that you don't expect to make money on for a while. So if you're too young for steady work, retired, slightly handicapped, a dingbat, have a rotten work record, or whatever, you're still highly employable in this field. Hello again, here I am. The phone number is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas 72611. And if you send $10 to that address, you'll get an information packet consisting of a sample copy of U.S. Militia, the only magazine for community defense. I'll get to that. Here's the call. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Oh, how you doing? You know what would happen to somebody if they tried to break into my house or your house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was some elderly people got broke into by 4 robbers in South Carolina. They had a gun.
Yeah.
Guy had a heart attack and died. I just wanted to ask your opinion on whether they should be charged with murder.
Well, now, wait a minute. Who had the heart attack?
Okay, the victim of the robbery. He was in his own house. They scared him so bad.
Oh, well, if he had a heart attack because someone burst into his house uninvited, then whoever burst into his house should be charged with murder.
That's right. So there was 4 defendants. One of them's already been convicted.
Good.
Got this little guy, little wimpy talk show host, a local guy. He's sort of anti-gun and everything. Oh, he thinks it's just terrible that these guys were charged with murder.
He's an idiot.
That's what I say. I say that prosecutor is doing his job properly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that.
Well, I'm glad that happened. Well, I mean, I'm glad that they did get prosecuted. I don't think they would have gotten prosecuted in the North.
Well, I'm glad. You know, if you go in somebody's house, break in with a gun, I mean, you know, you're going to be responsible for whatever happens.
Definitely.
Just think you pull the trigger.
Yes.
Okay, good. We agree on that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, the phone number again is 501-437-2963. And the frequency you're on, and just in case you happened on the program, is 5.810 megahertz. And the address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. And aside from the U.S. Militia, you will get a sample copy of Shoestring Entrepreneur, which teaches you how to sell anything you can make or grow. I'll continue after this. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Hello, Kurt. This is Paul.
Hi, Paul.
I just heard the fellow's comments. I also live in the South. I live in North Carolina. I've told you the last couple of days. But it's true that down here there's a little bit different attitude toward these criminals and hooligans than there is up north. I think that if there ever is any real resistance against this political correctness garbage, I'm hoping that it'll begin in the South.
Well, I think it already has.
Well, yes, there's some. Every now and then we have a victory. It's a small town near here, Lenore. 2 white boys were found innocent in the self-defense stabbing death of 2 black boys.
Yeah.
The school, I don't know if anybody heard about this, if it made the national news, but what happened was these black boys at the school dance were putting their hands on some of the white girls and making lewd remarks and putting hands on very private areas. These white boys tried to take up for the girls, and a little fight got started, and then a few days later at school, about 20 blacks jumped on this one white boy, and he happened to have a knife, and his friend jumped in and helped him, and they cut their way out of this mob of monkeys, and 2 of the black fellows died.
Yes.
And we thought...
Only 2.
Excuse me?
Only 2.
Only 2. That's a shame. But the NAACP came down here with their loudmouth troublemakers, and we figured these 2 white boys were just in for it. We figured they didn't have a chance because they were so politically incorrect in this situation. But we were surprised. It went through the court system, and they were the charges were dropped against these two boys. It was determined that it was, in fact, self-defense because they had been attacked by approximately 20. Nobody really got a count. And the NAACP made a lot of noise down here for a year or two trying to get civil rights charges brought, but apparently they were unsuccessful. So maybe we're going to turn the tide a little bit. I hope we can.
Well, save your Confederate money. The South's going to rise again.
I hope so. A lot of us in this area are armed and ready for it, and we've got our Confederate battle flags, and we're going to fly them proudly.
That's fine by me.
Also, on your subject tonight of the being self-employed, I'm self-employed. I run ads. I do construction work, and I've been doing this for about 5 years. And I build decks, and I pour concrete sidewalks and this sort of thing. And I've never really made a whole lot of money, but I've always made a living. And I don't have to punch a time clock, and I don't have to take a lot of stuff off of some boss man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not temperamentally suited to having a full-time boss.
Well, a lot of people aren't.
And but you're right. That is an excellent way to make a living. You don't have to worry about things, and if you keep your expenditures within a reasonable level, forget about the new car every year, but you can have a house, and I've got a house and a decent vehicle, and I eat well, and it's a pretty good life, pretty easy life.
Well, I think you should order a set of the Survivors. I think that'd give you a lot more ideas.
I am. I'm going to order them a set of them.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate it, Kurt.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye for now. Again, the phone number is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. And also with the introductory package, you get David Koresh's Last Testament. And you'll also get for that $10 a certificate giving you $5 off on either subscription. And if you should subscribe to the Shoestring Entrepreneur, you'll get about 7 to 9 back issues of The Survivor at no extra charge. And you'll just be on your way to getting the doors open to all kinds of things that you can do that you never thought possible. And, of course, with the U.S. militia, if you want to send $35 right off for a subscription to that, you start out with 3 issues. And I'm working on issue 4 now. It should be in print in a couple of weeks. And then you'd get the rest of the issues as they come out. And that teaches you how to make your own weapons. You don't ever need to think about being disarmed no matter what anybody says. And teaches you how to defend your community with a very good setup, not only training and having your men patrol the neighborhood, but keeping them employed at the same time so that you wouldn't be just a pack of vigilantes. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Hello, Kurt. I'm just picking up your program the last couple of days, and
Yes.
I'm enjoying it. I'm from Illinois.
I'm glad.
I heard Captain Red McDaniel today on Chuck Carter's For the People show,
Yes.
and he's asking if the American patriots would call the White House and opinion line and tell them we don't want them to lift the embargo against Vietnam until we have a counting of our POWs. And the number, Kurt, is 202-456-1111. And that's for the White House opinion line.
Well, now you repeat that.
Okay, it's 202-456-1111. And tell them, don't lift the trade embargo until Vietnam gives us a full accounting of our brave American POWs.
Well, now I don't quite understand that situation. Are the MIAs people who were listed as POWs but not accounted for?
Yes.
All right. Because see, any number of people can be lost in the jungle and never found. I don't know if you know much about combat, but especially jungle combat.
Yeah.
The big problem in Vietnam was that if a patrol of Americans went out there and they got ambushed, all of them could get killed and never be found because the enemy wouldn't bother burying them.
Yeah.
And if some American soldiers who were captured by the Viet Cong, not the regular Vietnamese army, If they were wounded, the Viet Cong would simply shoot them because they had no facilities to take care of them. But if they did get them back to an aid station, so that they could finally get up to the prison camp, it was very hard to get them there. But if what you're saying is that these people were actually listed as prisoners but not accounted for, well, I'm all for you there.
That's what Captain Red McDaniel said. He was a POW over there for 6 years, and he said then he was captain of a ship, a few of them. Then he went to Washington. He worked there, and he saw, information that had led him to know that they had abandoned some of our POWs, and he says as many as 800. So they know they're there. We don't know how many more, are living now. But
yes.
If there is one over there for over what?
Well, I can understand your position there, but I have heard from other instances that people were getting all upset about missing in action, and of course there must have been 100,000 Japanese that never were accounted for in the jungles of the South Pacific.
Yeah, but these are our boys, our POWs, and if our countries turn their back on them, our government officials have turned their back on them. Hey, let them know,
Well, the American government turned their back on the American prisoners of the Germans who were taken by the Russians and taken back to Russia and never accounted for. They never got home.
Yeah, we still have missing from World War II in Korea, right?
Yes. Well, you see, the American government, they play deals with all kinds of governments, and I think this thing with Vietnam is simply another deal. They figure, okay, it's a long time ago, and it wasn't my cousin, so we want to get some trade in there, and maybe as a wedge against China. They play politics all over the place, and I really don't understand it, and I don't approve of any of it. At all. Never did, because I'm a Southern boy, and I don't like governments, any governments.
Hey, Kurt, did you hear probably in the newspaper about the 93-year-old lady that was in her house, and a couple of punks come in, pushed their way in, or pushing her around the wheelchair, and they were looking for valuables, and she begged them to please leave her alone. And so they wouldn't, so she reached under her pillow and got her husband's old 45-year-old gun and shot him and killed him.
Well, that was wonderful of her.
Now she's 94 and he's dead.
Well, that's good. I wish that every granny would do that.
That's right. Okay, thanks a lot, Kurt.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The number again is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Oh, yes, Kurt. I'm Sergey Diane. I'm a 13-year-old boy, and my mom just received your packet today in the mail.
Yes.
And I brought it home because I get the mail every day, and I brought it home and called her at work, and asked her if I could open it, and I did. And the first thing I took out was U.S. Militia to read, and I've been reading it since 4 o'clock today, and I haven't stopped yet just to call you and tell you I think it's a good book, and I really enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad. I hope your mother does. Did you read about Clarence? Did you like Clarence?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I was especially reading them self-defense moves in there, like the body knockout parts on the body.
Yeah.
And I was reading that, and that's pretty good. I'm gonna try to teach my mom some of them.
Well, get a friend and practice it in the backyard, and you'll be the baddest kid on the block and be a good guy too.
I just like my mom usually has trouble getting me to read because I really don't like reading books that much, but I do. And and she didn't have to ask me twice to read this book. I just read your magazine. I just picked it up and read it.
Well, now maybe I'm doing something good for public education if only more people would realize it.
It's like I didn't get to read any of your other stuff yet because I just been reading that magazine. But my mom is going to read it.
Well, get her to subscribe to U.S. Militia, and then you will get all the first 3 issues plus the one you've already got.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to follow Clarence right along.
We're gonna, that's what she's gonna do. Like, get the yearly subscriptions for that, or
Oh, also, you read Shoestring entrepreneur, and even a boy your age, you could start learning how to make things and bring some money home.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Is because they sound like they're really interesting and stuff.
Yes, I'm sure they will be. Mm-hmm. You're going to love everything you get.
I hope. It's very interesting. Oh, Kurt, my mom wants to talk to you for a minute, all right?
Okay, fine.
Here she is.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I have an excited young son here, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that if people are wondering whether or not it's worth it to send away for the packet,
Mm-hmm.
I certainly think that it is.
Well, I'm glad you think so. I put a lot of good stuff there, and of course if you order the rest of the books, I would say subscribe to Shoestring Entrepreneur.
We did already do that.
Oh, you did? All right. Well, I don't know if I got your order or not, but if we did, it'll be sent out.
No, you did. You know why I did? I know it'll come because we did it, and we got the back issues of the Survivor.
Oh, okay.
I also had requested and sent extra money for a copy of the Militia just to see.
Oh, okay.
So, actually, my son really took to that real fast, and we have a
Yes.
lot of reading to do in the next little while here, but we do intend to order more from you.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, the number again is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
That guy who called in before is an albino monkey.
Well, who was it that called in before? An albino monkey. Oh, that must be another of Rush Limbaugh's listeners. Anyway, if you'd like some of these tapes, they go for $6 a piece or $25 for a week's shows. That's postpaid, and you write to Jeffries Audio, P.O. Box 326, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. And my phone number is 501-437-2963. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Kurt, this is Ed from the People's Republic of New Jersey.
There you go.
I see you have a lot of New Jersey listeners.
I do. Quite a preponderant number. I'm surprised.
I know, I'm surprised too. But, I hear a lot of people talking about they're concerned about buying rural property or how to buy property or where to buy property. And I have a little farm here in New Jersey, but I'm always looking down south,
Yes.
warmer climate.
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking was I never got around to advertising like in Spotlight or Backwoods or Countryside magazine, but with your permission, I'd like to give my number because I'd like to get a small group of people. We have a little bit of money, like I could put maybe $5,000 in, maybe somebody could put $1,000 in, and pool the money. I'm looking for somebody who has of like mind.
Pool the money for what?
Well, pool the money together and buy a piece of property.
Where? Oh, you mean you want to start a kind of commune?
Not really, Kurt. I know a lot of people, they have dreams and fantasies about moving to the suburbs or, the rural areas or having a farm, but they'll never do it. And most people just go there on vacation or for retreat.
Yeah.
But myself, I can't really move yet. I can't.
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about, Kurt, if I got a small group of people together, I've had this idea for some time now. Let's say 10 people, for example. Maybe somebody could afford $1,000. Maybe somebody could afford $5,000. We buy a piece of property. Let's say how many acres? I don't know. Let's say 40 acres, for example, for $40,000. Maybe it has a building. Maybe it doesn't have a building on it. And people can get a lawyer. Finally, a lawyer has to be drawn up legally, and everybody owns a little piece of property. Now, maybe they only visit there on the vacation. Maybe they may never visit. Maybe they decide to sell it, or maybe they may decide to put a trailer on it or something, but at least they will have a retreat.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get the general idea. Sure. Now, is this property in New Jersey, or you thinking about...
I'm thinking, warmer climate, like you talk about. Has to be South Carolina.
Well, I tell you what, if you make an order from me, ask for a free realty guide for this area, and I'll put it in your order. See, this way it doesn't cost me anything. I get them at the grocery store by the stack, and I send them to people who are thinking about moving to this area. And you ask for that, and it gives you a better idea of the prices of land out here and buildings.
All right, okay.
And also, then give me your phone number and repeat it.
All right, well, I already sent an order in for you, Kurt, for the Granddad's chemistry book.
Yes.
And the what's it called, shoestring entrepreneur. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, I guess that's already gone out. But the next order you send in, and you will send another. When you get those, you'll see that they're really neat, and you'll want more.
Okay.
So next order you send, just request that realty guide. It doesn't cost you anything because it doesn't cost me anything.
All right.
So
I get a million of those realty guys as it is, though. I'm not really thinking about Arkansas. It's a little bit too far.
Yeah. Well, okay then. Just call up your or whatever state you want.
Right.
And ask for, well, a city maybe, and then ask for a Chamber of Commerce and talk to them about it, and they'll send you realty guides and stuff.
Right. So can I get my number? For
you
anybody,
sure can, yes.
I appreciate it. If anybody, somebody not too far from me here, Pennsylvania,
yeah,
New York State.
Mm-hmm.
Number is 1-908-657-1576.
And would you repeat that?
Yeah, 1-908-657-1576. And no kooks and nobody, just the BS. Just somebody who's really serious about having a little bit of property. And once I get the people together, then we get a lawyer, and that's the end of it.
Okay.
Whatever happens, happens.
Okay. Hope you get some calls.
Great show, Kurt.
Okay. Bye for now.
Yeah.
What's an albino monkey? Anyway, my phone number is 501-437-2963. And the mailing address again is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. And if you've heard about the Poor Man's James Bond and you'd like to just buy the first volume of it to start, just send $18 plus $4 postage handling to the address I've been giving, and we'll send it out to you. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Well, hi there, Kurt. Well, as we can guess, an albino monkey is just somebody's idea of a joke.
Oh.
Not to fear, we're all humans here.
Well, he should have, you see, he could have said the guy was an albino monkey and then qualified it. He's free to talk on the radio.
Oh, come on, Kurt. You know that's a hang-up-and-run kind of person.
Well, he must be mentally defective. I'm sorry for him.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you on that one.
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, whatever color that man might have been is not the issue.
No.
But I got to tell you, I've of course enjoyed your some of your publications. I've ordered your Corona Mill. I'm anxiously awaiting the UPS man.
Mm-hmm.
And we're having a great time, but I have a semi-bizarre technical question.
Yes?
Sure you're the man that can answer.
Let's hope.
Any idea of what kind of a meal powder load might be necessary in a basic grenade?
No,
just, off the top of your head. I was,
Well, I favor the match head mixture.
Oh, okay, the high phosphorus?
Yes, it's mainly potassium chlorate and sulfur and a little inert ingredients, but it has, you ought to get my tape too.
Oh, okay.
You really ought to. Now that would tell you in living color. I set off that 2-quart firebomb, went nearly 50 feet in the air, and that's what Clarence did in Clarence and the Gay Martians, where he burned out those 10 homosexual bars.
Ah, how silly of me, but I'm waiting to see that.
Yes. Well, that's in issue 2 of U.S. Militia. Have
I'll
you
be looking...
subscribed yet?
Excuse me?
Have you subscribed to U.S. Militia yet?
I'm waiting on your intro pack. I ordered the Corona Mill at the same time,
okay.
and I'm one of those nasty people that paid cash.
That's, well, okay. We honor it, but...
I know, it's tough stuff.
Yeah. Well, if somebody sends cash and we don't get it, how can we prove it? So
that's fine. That's one of the risks I was really willing to take at the point.
Yeah. Oh, incidentally, now, when you get your Corona grain mill, there's nothing in English.
Oh, I'm used to that.
It's from South America, but it does have the plan there, and any man can put it together and fiddle with it around. I know when I got mine 30 years ago, I had no trouble putting it together. It's very simple.
As a home brewer, I've been dying for one as it was.
Yeah.
The second thing is I've lived in Central America as a stormtrooper. And I'm prepared.
I'm glad.
I'm glad you've had such a fine time in life, sir.
I have.
Well, you just sit back and enjoy yourself there, and thank you for putting things out to other people.
Okay.
We're crying for you because otherwise we have Mr. Cooper.
Well, everybody bless Mr. Cooper. Bless his heart.
He's a wonderful person, but he's speaking to the wrong people.
Well, when he calls me up for advice, I think I can help him improve his program.
Well, we hope that day never comes.
Yeah, well, he's a very nice man. I like him. I don't think he approves of me. I heard that from someone else, but that's beside the point. I don't live for approval.
Well, you're a man that does speak the truth and is not trying to educate everybody, just those that are willing to listen.
Just the educable.
We try.
Okay.
Take good care of yourself, sir.
Okay, bye for now.
Out here.
Phone number again is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. Now, if you'd like to take advantage... Whoops, I'll get to that later. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Hi, Kurt. This is Glenn calling from Florida.
Hi, Glenn.
Last night you had a man give an address. He had a booklet he had worked up on compressors not compressors, equipment for survival.
No, I hope you don't want me to give it out.
Well, if you had it, I'd like it.
I don't take it down.
You didn't?
No, I just don't take them down. I just get so much stuff, and I'm so confused most of the time that it would be hard for me. I know our local radio station does things like that, but it's just I tell you people to get your pencils and papers ready, because you never can tell somebody's going to come on with a phone number or an address that you need to take right down right then.
Yeah, he caught me short.
he's willing to call. He can call in again if he's listening.
Yeah, if he's listening, why I'd appreciate it. That way I can get the address and everything.
Okay.
And, if anybody wants any land in Florida for a retreat, I've got some acre and a quarter parcels.
Yeah.
That would suit them fine. It's A1 agricultural.
Well, would you give your phone number and then get off the phone?
I sure will.
Okay, give it to me and repeat it.
Okay, area code 904-347-0543.
Once again.
Okay, area code 904-347-0543.
Okay.
Thanks, Kurt.
You're very welcome.
Looking forward to that
packet?
Packet, yeah.
Okay, you should get it any day because the last ones went out.
Real great.
Okay.
Good show. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, the phone number is 501-437-2963, and the address for Jeffrey's audio is P.O. Box 326, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Kurt, how you doing? John, West Virginia.
Hi, John.
Listen, these guys calling in from Jersey and different places looking for land. I'm in the eastern side of West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
This is all mountainous.
Yeah.
Not the best place in the world for guerrilla warfare. The best place in the world to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something they ought to consider. Property values, prices are pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's just a thought, and it's not real far from places like New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And the climate here in the mountains is the temperature range is about the same as southern New Jersey.
Well, did you take down his phone number?
No, he went so darn fast. He's from New Jersey.
He did it twice.
And I didn't get it.
Well, he'll probably call back again.
Right. But it's something they ought to consider. I don't think you do better on the property value.
Yeah.
I bought a 3-bedroom chalet with 2 rental cabins, a little over 2 acres for $33,500.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and the chalet was only about 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I since added a trailer and a greenhouse.
Good.
So you can do pretty good, and the folks they're not too slow about adopting you in.
Yeah.
And but I thought I'd throw it in.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, the phone number again is 501-437-2963. And the address again for the tapes is P.O. Box 326, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. That's $6 each and $25 postpaid for a week's shows. And if you would like to pick up a Corona grain mill, just send me $44 and your home address and your phone number, because I call that into Utah, and they send it by UPS, and UPS likes to have a home address because they don't deliver it to post office box, and they like to have a phone in case they have any trouble delivering it. And so you just send that $44 to P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611, and I'll call it into Utah, and you'll get it in a week or 10 days, I almost guarantee, because they're very good. And Now I'd like to give you the address of Countryside and Small Stock Journal. Well, actually the phone number. Now they even have back issues for sale, and you'd like to subscribe to this because it has an amazing wealth of sources for just about anything that you might want to get in the Back to the Land section. Now take down this phone number and give them a call. It's 1-800-551-5691, 8 to 4 Central Time. And the number again is 1-800-551-5691. That's for Countryside and Small Stock Journal. It's something that everybody thinking about being independent should really consider. Now, if you send me $10, you'll get a sample copy of U.S. Militia, a sample copy of Shoestring Entrepreneur, and the David Koresh Last Testament. And that will also give you $5 off on either subscription. And both of these publications, well, everything you get will give you a complete catalog and description of all of the books and tapes that I've got to sell. And you'd really be very happy with it. And as I was saying last night, we've finally gotten all of the books that we ordered from other companies, and they are really nice books. They're very well illustrated. They're written by people who are professionals in their craft. I've got the Forgotten Arts lines, and I've got Grow Your Own Chinese Vegetables. Now, that's a career for anybody. Plant Propagation, Cheese Making Made Easy. How to raise pigs, cows, raising a calf for beef, raising poultry the modern way, rabbits, home sausage making, basic butchering, tan your hide, even cat first aid, and keeping livestock healthy. And in case somebody forgot my phone number, I'll give it to you again. It's 501-437-2963. The mailing address here is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. Our frequency is 5.810 megahertz. And as I said before, if you send $35 for U.S. Militia, you'll get 3 issues to start and 9 more as they come out. And that will teach you all about improvised weaponry so that you'll never need to fear being disarmed, because all of the ways to arm yourself can be easily taken care of in your community. Like, for instance, there's a fantastic shotgun you can make for less than $5. And it also teaches you how to get together a group of guys and start your own militia unit and even keep them employed while they're training. And then Shoestring Entrepreneur will teach you how to start a business, even if you're in a wheelchair, and that's 12 issues for $15, and if you order soon, you'll get about 8 or 9 back issues of The Survivor at no charge. And, well, what's happened to the phone calls? They just come in a mile a minute, and now they're not. The phone number again is 501-437-2963. Well, if you've got your pencil here, you might as well take down the Harbor Freight Tools catalog number. You call them and you'll get a catalog of the finest professional quality tools and equipment. And a lot of them are cheaper than Walmart, and they're all very good tools. And the number for that is 1-800-423-2567. Now, let's see now. Oops, here's a call. Bless your heart. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Yeah, this is Ed from South Carolina.
Hi, Ed.
Listen, I've never got anything that I enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed this, what is it, the Entrepreneur?
Yeah.
I think that's the greatest thing since the wheel.
Why, thank you. Did you get
I've also ordered the grain mill.
Yeah.
And some of those little pills.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting ready right now to write you a check for that U.S. Militia.
Did you try the little pills?
No, I haven't. I ordered the 100 count.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get them, I'm going to try them. And,
Oh, you haven't gotten them yet?
oh, no, I just ordered them here the 28th of...
Oh, then you must have ordered the introduction packet.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Did you like U.S. Militia?
Hey, that's great.
Well,
all of it is good.
Yes.
I haven't run into anything that I haven't thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, well, I write partly to entertain and partly to instruct, and I hope I hit it in both ways.
Oh, you certainly did. I've already started my tire garden.
Good.
I have really enjoyed it. I just wanted you to know that.
Well, I appreciate it.
And just keep up the good work, and I'll keep listening.
Okay, you do that.
I thank you much.
Okay, bye for now. Now, again, the phone number is 501-437-2963. The mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. The frequency, in case you just happened on this program, is 5.810 megahertz. Just leave your dial set there so you can find it again easily. And so the man there, he likes Shoestring Entrepreneur, and everybody likes the U.S. Militia. Here's another call. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Mr. Saxon.
Yes.
How you doing? This is Redbeard out in West Texas.
Hi, Redbeard.
I'd just like to thank you so much for all the information you've given out in your all the Poor Man's James Bond and then the Granddad's Wonderful Book of Chemistry.
Yeah.
I'd recommend everybody get a copy of it.
Well, there's 4 Poor Man's James Bond. Do you just have one?
Yes, sir. I've got the first and the second one.
Oh, well, the third and fourth is fine, too.
I haven't had an opportunity to get those yet, but I will as soon as I come across them.
Yeah. Well, you come across them through me.
Okay, I can't get them through you?
Well, of course, yes. I'm the source, and I'll give them to you cheaper than anybody else, especially if you subscribe to Shoestring Entrepreneur or U.S. Militia. That gives you 10% off. So instead of $18 a piece, they're $16.20.
Ah, outstanding. I just came across your program on the shortwave last week.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of things that I do need to order from you when I can get the finances up.
Yeah. Well, why don't you start with the $10 information packet? That'll keep you happy until you can rate. In fact, the Shoestring Entrepreneur might give you a good idea for a home business. What do you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Mechanic? Well, look, if you're a mechanic, if you should say make the wood-turning lathe that is featured in Shoestring Entrepreneur from Popular Mechanics, November 1942, you could not only turn out all kinds of stuff, but you could turn out those lathes and sell them for about $300 a piece.
There you go. But I look at it from the standpoint that I've got my tools. I've always got a job.
Yes. Well, that's good.
And plus the fact that, as long as people have gasoline to run, they're going to need someone to work on them.
Yes.
And on a car with a carburetor, it's not excessively hard to convert it to burn alcohol.
Well, where would you get the alcohol?
You can make it.
Well, I know about that, of course. Now, these alcohol books, they're sort of short-sighted because, and most of them, they tell about making alcohol from corn, but they don't tell you that it's almost impossible to get non-hybrid corn because your hybrid corn won't sprout except maybe 1 in 10 grains.
You have to find some place that sells a non-hybrid that you can plant what you harvested from the year before.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you can easily find your seed and feed store will sell you the non-hybrid corn to plant, but it's a lot nicer if you can find someone in your community who already grows non-hybrid corn, and then just buy it from him. That way, you don't need to grow it yourself.
Good point. Also, something the people might want to think about that have vehicles, especially four-wheel drive vehicles. It's possible to convert your air conditioner compressor to give you compressed air to fill your tires up with.
Yes.
And I can't see much purpose in having air conditioning in a vehicle that's got a flat tire and you can't go anywhere.
That's right.
There were some things I wanted to write and tell you about as far as what you can do to make your vehicle not necessarily self-sufficient, but you'll be less dependent on other people to take care of it for you.
Yeah.
And one thing is being able to put air in your tires when you're out in the boondocks somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to worry about ruining a tire. And at the same time, if you can put a reserve tank on it, you have air to run impact tools to take tires off with and work on the vehicle.
Yeah, well, I think people should be more interested in reconditioning their vehicles and making them more or less all weather, all types of situation vehicles instead of just something to go back and forth from town.
That's exactly right, because in my profession I see so many people that have no idea how to keep their vehicle maintained, how to keep it up and running. Hey, if it dies on them, they have it towed in and let somebody else fix it.
Yeah.
It puts money in my pocket, but at the same time, in the days to come, they're going to be out of luck. They're going to be on foot.
That's right, because there's not too many men like you. I would say that there should be more men that start following your example, because they could use 3 or 4 in every community.
Well, it's the problem in this country that people are no longer self-sufficient. They depend on everyone else and money to take care of their problems.
Well, wait till you hear the Marching Morons talk. I think it's tomorrow or the next day, but that's a really good one. It shows you that our country is really in a kind of situation.
It's been that way for quite a while.
Yes, and it's going to get worse.
I tell you what, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute, and I'll be sending off the militia packet and the other information probably tomorrow.
Okay.
And once again, I'd like to thank you for all the information you've put out there for people, and I hope more people will start obtaining it and using it, or at least have it on hand for when they do need it.
Yeah, well, actually, sad to say, I'm one of the few people offering such information, except for Countryside and Small Stock Journal. They have they're pretty much on that line. They're not as fanatic about it as I am, but it's still wonderful material.
Well, you're not a fanatic, you're a realist.
Well, let's hope so. Okay. Now, when I was younger, I was crazy, and now that I'm older and have a business of my own, I'm eccentric.
There is a difference, I suppose.
I guess.
Mr. Saxon, you take care of yourself, and it's good to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now. Okay, again, the phone number is 501-437-2963. The frequency is 5.810 megahertz. And the mailing address is P.O. Box 95, Alpena, Arkansas, 72611. And you send $10, and you'll get an introductory packet with the U.S. Militia sample, Shoestring Entrepreneur, David Koresh, and you get a $5 refund on either subscription. Hello, Kurt Saxon here.
Hello, Kurt. This is Paul in North Carolina.
Hi, Paul.
Your previous caller made a pretty good point about being able to take care of your vehicle and your house and everything else, because when the next economic collapse comes, it's not going to be as peaceful and as nice and as easy as the one in the 30s was. It's going to be a lot worse.
Well, that was economic stupidity and surplus population they didn't know how to deal with at the time, and now instead of 135 million people, we've got over 250 million. And the people nowadays, the average person has an IQ at least 15 points lower than it was during the Depression. So they're a lot more dependent.
Yes. We have I'm the person that called in earlier, and I think somebody else called in and referred to me as an albino monkey.
Oh, well, that...
I think it might have been me he was talking to or talking about. But when you average the intelligence, the IQ of the American population, and you average in these inner city monkeys,
yeah,
you're going to end up with a lower overall average.
Well,
and we're a lot less able to take care of ourselves as a whole because of this. And the country is so much less rural now than it used to be in the 30s. Most people had some exposure to raising chickens and hogs, farming, and nowadays there's just so many less of us that do know how to, in large part because of the industrialization of the nation, which now is going the other way. We're deindustrializing.
Yes.
And due to the things that the government has done to make it hard for the farmer, and the things the government has done through their social programs started about 30 years ago to make more and more people dependent on other people to feed them.
Yeah.
And we're going to pay for all this.
Well, I was watching the news before I went on the air, and in Chicago they raided this dope place, and they had 19 starving little black children.
I've seen that.
Abused. And then the commentator went on talking about how that the rate of child abuse and neglect in Chicago was just going by leaps and bounds. I'm sorry for those people. I really am.
Yeah.
But they weren't like that 50 years ago.
No, they knew they had to take care of themselves, and they did. They did a whole lot better because they knew there was nobody to take care of them. We didn't pay them to be irresponsible. Now we pay our government. It's our government's policy to pay people to be irresponsible. And you know, you go out on the streets late at night, or you go out anywhere, and you see these little black children, or you know, they're 12, 14 years old or younger, and they're out on the streets at 3 a.m. You know, why aren't they at home? Where are their parents?
Well, I don't think they have a real home.
I don't think they do either, and I don't. Parents.
Nearly 70% of them are illegitimate. They got no daddy to take care of them or to watch over them or to tell them how to act, and the mother is a slut.
Yep.
And it's really pathetic, and I'm very sorry for them. There's nothing we can do for them, and I think that within the next 2 or 3 years, things are going to get to the point where they'll just be slaughtered like rats in an alley, because there won't be any other recourse. It's going to be pitiful and horrible at the same time.
You're right. It will be. It will be horrible. It's going to be a terrible thing.
So that's why I think that everybody should fit himself up to take care of himself and his own family. And who knows, maybe there might be a chance that he might be able to help somebody else.
Yeah.
But if too many people just figure that they got this shield of Social Security and welfare and unemployment compensation to fall back on, why, when the government goes under, probably maybe as early as next year, when they can't pay the interest on the fantastically rising national debt, which is over $4.5 trillion now, well, they're going to cut off all those things because they're going to have to raise that money. I mean, like I said in one of my editorials, they've got to pay the interest on the national debt. A couple of years ago, it was 200 and something billion, and by 1995, it's going to be 600 and something billion, and the government doesn't have it. I mean, especially the government sending all those billions to take care of the people in the California earthquake and the
even worse than that, the people overseas. They're sending all their money overseas.
Yes, well, I don't know where that idiot thinks that he's going to get it, but as long as the government can keep playing with paper, when when the note comes due from the World Bank, for instance,
mm-hmm.
then that's going to be the end of it, and then America will collapse, and of course Japan will collapse, and Russia is just about collapsed. Did you hear about their chief economists resigning?
Yes, I did.
That's just that shows they don't have a chance, and they know it.
Yes, we're America has been lucky.
Well, we got to go now because it's that time.
Okay, I'll see you.
Call again, Paul. Now it's sign-off time. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So this is Kurt Saxon saying goodbye and be good.